Overworked and over budget? How to master labor costs in home services. Labor costs creeping higher than a squirrel up a telephone pole? You're not alone. For home service contractors, managing labor can feel like taming a wild horse. It's tough, it's unpredictable, and sometimes it straight up bucks you off. Overtime and labor expenses are a common pitfall that can eat into your profits. Breaking down the real problem. Every contractor wants to get jobs done on time and satisfy clients. But the trade-off? When you don't track labor costs properly, overtime can sneak up like a thief in the night, wreaking havoc on your profit margins. You know the drill. A project runs longer than expected, your team's putting in extra hours, and suddenly, your bottom line looks like Swiss cheese, full of holes. The truth is, while overtime pay is sometimes unavoidable, mismanagement of labor can lead to skyrocketing costs. Overtime pay rates. Overtime typically costs 1.5 times the regular hourly rate, which adds up quickly if not controlled. Fatigue and mistakes. Overworked employees often make mistakes, leading to lower productivity, rework, and additional costs. Poor customer service. Exhausted workers don't just make mistakes, they also perform poorly in customer interactions, damaging your reputation and potential for repeat business. Why it feels like agony. When you're trying to juggle multiple projects, schedule crews, and make sure the work is top-notch, it's easy to let labor costs slide through the cracks. But those cracks, they can widen into fissures, threatening to break the business. You've probably felt that sinking feeling when payroll comes around and you realize that labor costs are much higher than estimated. Or maybe you've struggled to retain workers, only to lose them to competitors who promise better hours or pay. It's like trying to carry a bucket of water with a hole in the bottom. No matter how fast you move, you still end up losing money. And let's not forget the ripple effect. Unmanaged labor costs don't just hurt your pocket, they affect morale, customer satisfaction, and the overall health of your business. Real-world scenarios. A cleaning company struggled with labor costs ballooning out of control. They often took on last-minute jobs to keep clients happy, which meant putting their team on overtime. The result? A 25% higher payroll than anticipated, tired employees, and quality slipping on every job. They aren't the only ones. A roofing company found themselves overspending by $500 a week because of inconsistent scheduling and underestimating the time needed for projects. These aren't isolated incidents. According to a National Bureau of Economic Research study, labor costs in the home services sector are frequently the most unpredictable and hardest to contain. Practical solutions to get a grip. The good news? You can regain control with a few actionable steps. Implement scheduling software. You can't manage what you don't track. Use software like Jobber to track hours, allocate jobs, and identify overtime. Contractors using these tools have cut overtime costs by up to 20%. Accurate project estimation. Be realistic about timelines. Padding estimates accounts for delays and ensures budget for potential overtime. Cross-training and flexibility. A cross-trained team allocates labor efficiently. Employees handling multiple roles adapt to project needs without extra costs. Monitor and adjust in real-time. Regular check-ins help spot labor issues. Shift workers, tweak schedules, and make on-the-fly adjustments. Think of it like course-correcting a ship. Small adjustments prevent drifting. Incentives over overtime. Offer non-financial perks to encourage timely work. This could be extra paid time off or flexible scheduling options. One firm reduced overtime by 15% with a leave early Friday policy. Build a bench of temporary labor. Reliable part-time workers for business surges. Companies with temporary workers cut overtime by nearly 30%. Article written by Devon Osborne and video created by Juan Cruz.